Hello friends, in this tutorial I will show you how to put a stuffed toy in a bobo balloon without special equipment and devices. I will teach you how to stretch the neck of the bobo balloon so that the toy can easily fit inside the balloon. I use an 18 bobo balloon, the most common. So here's what I've prepared for this lesson. A hand pump, a bobo balloon, a balloon stick, a toy cute bunny with long ears, a balloon decor machine, but this is not necessary. But in this tutorial, I'll show you both options, how to fill with a hand pump and this equipment. A hat box lid, 6 5-inch purple balls, a piece of a modeling balloon for fixing, a fishing line and a needle, an air generator and a hair dryer, power of 1000 watts. So, friends, let's go! I'm using 18-inch bobo balloon and rabbit toy. Let's measure the toy. The length of the toy is 30 centimeters. I advise you to choose soft toys that are easy to bend. The diameter of the thickest part is 27 centimeters. Well, this part is also very soft. Now I will measure the diameter of the hatbox lid. The diameter is 18 centimeters. So, step number 1, inflate the bobo balloon. The balloon should be perfectly, and how to do this, I will now show you this one of many ways. I don't stretch bobo balloon beforehand. I immediately start inflating it with an air generator. Look carefully at the seam of the bobo balloon. I'm starting to inflate the balloon with air. As soon as I see that the balloon has deformed, I stop inflating and quickly twist the neck of the balloon. Please look carefully. Look, one part of the bobo balloon is inflated much more than the other, and the balloon seems ugly. Now we will fix it with you. Take another look at the balloon. One part is much bigger than the other. I'm going to shift some of the air from the larger part to the smaller one. It is very important that the air does not come out of the balloon. Twist it a few more times if necessary. Now place the bobo balloon under your arm so that most of it is in the back and the smaller one is in front. Press down the balloon and press down on most of the bobo balloon. Under the influence of pressure, the air will move from a larger part to a smaller one and at the same time stretch the walls of the smaller half of the balloon. Do it this way several times. Look at what I've got. The balloon took the shape of an egg. Please come closer. So we got a balloon in the shape of an egg or capsule. Look closely at the seam. The seam is not smooth. But if you imagine that the capsule is cut at the seam, you will see that the amount of air in both halves is the same. That is, both halves of the bobo balloon stretched evenly. Without unwinding the balloon, put the neck on the air generator and continue to inflate. Look, the balloon is perfect. Blow off the balloon and proceed to the next stage. Step number 2. I'm cutting off part of the neck of the balloon. I will measure the required size and cut off the extra part. I leave the neck 3 centimeters long. I'm cutting off the rest. Step number 3. I'll stretch the neck. Pay attention to the seams. The ball is soldered at these seams, and if I stretch the balloon at the seams, they will burst. I put 2 fingers of one hand and 2 fingers of the other hand into the neck of the bobo balloon in such a way that the seam would be between the fingers. Please look carefully. Then I stretch the balloon several times in different directions. I don't put too much effort into stretching. That's enough to start. I added some air for convenience. Now, to properly stretch the neck of the balloon, I will heat it with a hair dryer. The power of this hair dryer is 1000 watts. I'm turning it on at full power. Heat the neck of the balloon for a few minutes. You can put the balloon on the table and heat the neck in this position. But be careful, if you put the balloon down and heat it for a long time, it will stick together. A few seconds will be enough. Now place your fingers inside the neck in the position that I showed you earlier and start stretching. The neck of the balloon stretched very easily. So a warm balloon stretches much easier. Now we can easily put the toy inside the balloon. Step number 4. Let's prepare a toy for packing into a balloon. I use a needle and a fishing line. Pass a needle with a fishing line through the top of the toy. For convenience, make a note. The toy is ready. Now I will put it in the balloon. The walls of the balloon stuck together, so I added some air. I will put the thin legs of the bunny into the balloon first. Look where the seam goes. I hold the ball with 2 fingers on each side and push the toy through with my thumb. It is very comfortable. The toy is inside the balloon, the fishing line is outside. If you only need a toy inside the balloon, you can fill it with air and tie it with a fishing line or a piece balloon of modeling. If you decide to tie the balloon with a fishing line, prepare it in advance. Cut and fold the fishing line as shown in the video. Between the fishing line and the piece of the modeling balloon, I always choose the modeling balloon. The quality of the fishing line can be different. Sometimes the fishing line is dense, stretching, soft. The fishing line can tear the balloon. So, holding the fishing line, inflate the balloon. Then you can adjust the length of the fishing line, which is very simple. Just pull the line up a little bit. But let's make Bobo balloon more attractive and fill it with small balloons. To do this, I prepared 6 purple balloons measuring 5 inches. You can fill the Bobo balloon with small balloons using a hand pump. It's very simple. The Bolo balloon is stretched enough, and you just need to place a small balloons with the help of a stick inside the balloon. Inflate it with a hand pump to the desired size. Tie and cut the extra part.
After filling with small balloons, you will only need to inflate the bobo balloon and tie it.
And now I'll show you how to fill a balloon with a balloon staffing machine. Holding the fishing line, put the neck of the bobo balloon on balloon staffing machine. The neck of the bobo balloon is well stretched, and you can easily put the balloon on the equipment. For reliability, fix the neck with a piece of a balloon for modeling. Secure the equipment to the table. The balloon with the toy is heavy enough, but do not worry, the bobo balloon will rest on the base of the equipment. I put the tip of the equipment on the hose. There is a rubber seal on the tip. This is a very convenient thing. The seal moves along the tip. For example, I move the seal to the distance required for a 5-inch balloon. That is, the balloon is put on the tip and then on the sealer. At the very beginning of the tip, there are 3 holes through which air enters. I move the seal closer to the holes and fill the bobo balloon with air. Now I move the sealer, put on the balloon and shove it into the hole of the device to the sealer. The seal presses on the hole and no air escapes. I inflate the balloon, pull it up so that it covers the hole and make a knot. Then I cut off the excess part and proceed to further filling. Please note that the air from the balloon will slowly escape because the valve is not sealed. That's not a problem. Add air to the balloon if necessary. I filled the bobo balloon with balloons. Bobo balloon is a little deflated, so I'll add air, but please note that the balloon does not need to be inflated beyond its size. Look at how I remove the bobo balloon from the equipment. I press down on the balloon and quickly remove it, holding the neck of the ball so that the air does not escape. Then, a very important point. I squeeze Bobo's balloon tightly and twist it about 10 times. During twisting, the walls of the balloon fit so tightly to each other that they begin to stick together. Then I tightly twist the tail of the balloon with a piece of a modeling ball and make a knot twice. Cut off the excess part. Now I'm going to fix the balloon on the lid of the hat box. I take a satin ribbon and measure out the right amount. Look at how I determine the size of the tape. Next, I fix the center of the ribbon to the center of the lid. I glue a piece of tape to the center of the lid, add glue with a hot glue gun and glue the ribbon. Put a bobo balloon, attach the ribbon tightly, make a knot, and then tie a bow. cut the edges of the ribbon diagonally. Look, the balloon has a little tail sticking out. I'm going to decorate it now. Inflate two 5-inch balloons to one pump and make clusters as shown on the video. I pulled the line out a bit and attached the clusters to it. I decided to add cute flowers, and now I'll show you how I made them. Look further, everything is clear and without words. You can fix the flower with a balloon for modeling. Also, with the help of a modeling balloon, you can make a loop on a flower and fix it. It's much easier. The decoration is very mobile, and you can place the flowers as you wish. I decided to place 4 flowers to make the composition look more harmonious. A beautiful bobo balloon with a toy and balloons inside with decorations is ready. Please write to me if you still have any questions about this tutorial. I will definitely help you.